The Course says that's an experience we're having, but it's not the truth of us. The truth of us is you're much more than a body, and you're all that the Creator is. You're just not currently at a level of awareness where you know that. So, but it is possible to become aware of the truth, and as such, gain the ability or power to cause in your world in a miraculous way. And so, in truth, the laws of the world are not binding to cause, to source, to God, and God's laws supersede all of these laws. And at any moment, we can invite those laws into this realm. And that would be the realm of miracles when that's happening according to the Course. All that's really happening is our mind has had a shift. So we're seeing differently. So minds that are joined and recognize they are can feel no guilt. There's another theme in the Course is guilt. Most all of really conflict and pain and suffering on the planet all stems out from our guilt. And that there's a part of us that believes somewhere along the way we were able to separate from God and separate from the rest of God's creation. And in so doing, we basically destroyed God. And we live in this guilt. It's not a conscious guilt, but we live in this guilt that we did that, and that God is coming back to punish us. And that plays out in many, many ways in each of our individual lives, ways that we can't see, but that most of the real pain and suffering springs out of guilt. We see ourselves as sinners. Maybe we don't use that word, but we're not. But the Course says we see ourselves, all that a sinner really is someone who's done something wrong by mistake, but we make it mean it's irreversible. Like to us, a sin is something we can't undo. And many of us have these hidden beliefs about ourselves we don't want anybody to know. The Course says out of that springs this guilt, and out of that springs defense and attack. So most of the relationships out there are this dynamic of defending and attacking. And we're in a constant state of judgment, the Course says, and we don't have the ability or wherewithal to judge appropriately or accurately from this level or this perspective. To cut to the chase, the Course says, because you've put yourself in a state where you're not absolutely circumspect, where you're not able to see from everywhere, always, all the time, knowing the past, present, and future, you have to invite a part of your mind that is in that state in to see for you. So you ask, and the Course calls that part of your mind the Holy Spirit. You can call it whatever you like, to ask the Holy Spirit or that higher part of your mind to step in and see the world for you, see the person in front of you for you, see your job for you, your mission for you, like see it for you and clarify for you what it really is. If we do that, the truth will be known. Of course, as you can't ask for the truth and not receive it. Most people don't ask for it. We are too busy being right and winning. We are more invested in being right than we are in being happy. We want to be right about our interpretations, our judgments, what we've made up in our minds. Most of the time, you're not seeing the person in front of you. You're seeing a phantom, something you already decided or made up that you've projected onto this person. This is the land of perception, the Course says. Perception is not knowledge. It's very far away from knowledge. Perception is very inaccurate because it's based on a point in space and time. So he can only interpret with the information he's getting through his eyes that his body has, or his ears, his body's hearing. And then on top of that, he already has preconceived notions, as we all do. And that's who he's interacting with in his mind. For most people, your ego is interacting with fantasy people in your mind and projecting that out into the world around you. The Course says to undo that, you have to realize you're doing it, first of all, realize that that's happening, and be willing to not do it and ask the Holy Spirit to actually show you who and what is in front of you, what is really there. And when you do that work, it's pretty shocking. It's pretty like, it'll throw you off for a second. It's like, You're never really seeing who's really in front of you. So only through grace can you see them, which means only through inviting truth in to show you. That is what saves us, or that is what releases us from the illusion.